Hi everybody, it's me again, Cossimoses the First, the living pharaoh, that which you shall be. You understand me? And I'm here today to share some of my poetry and some of my work with you today. And today the topic is basically about women. And you know, the problems that us men have with women, and I'm sure that it's problems that women have with us men, but today I'm just going to address the issues on the problems that us women have with men. And today I'm going to share several points with you, and the whole topic is going to let women know how we feel. So today I'm going to start off with my first poem called A Message to Women. It's a man's world, but you women don't want to listen. You think you're smarter than a man in his senses he is missing. If you can't respect one man, then find one you can. Don't waste his time or yours. You can find the right man. Don't know your proper place, trying to change your role. All the arguing and fighting is from your will to control. I don't mean to piss you off, I'm just telling the truth. A man can't be a man and his woman's the proof. Quit being afraid to be alone. The right one will come. Don't give yourself to anyone. That makes you look dumb. You feel the need to take charge when it's his job to do. How many women sits and lets him? I tell you it's few. Before he can answer the question, you jump in and do it. You don't wait for his response or even see if he knew it. To you, he's just a dick with no brains or balls. You wonder why relationships are quick to take falls. The problem is in your mind. You think you're both genders. You threaten leaving your man until he surrenders. You don't take the time to know him. You think on how to play him. You think that all is on his mind is how good you can lay him. You disrespect him in his face like he's no help at all. You forget everything he did and how he came to your call. You sleep with another man, you can always come back. That womb is now defiled, he don't want that back. It's a man's world, women need to learn their place. It's time to get in line to move along as a race. You understand? Until women start letting a man be a man and feel his proper role in their lives, we're going to continue to have these messed up relationships with these high divorce rates and stuff like that. You got to learn to respect your man and let him be who he's supposed to be. Not try to play on him or figure out how to get over him or how to trick him. When you come into a relationship like that, you're expecting failure. And that's all you're going to get. And that's all history has showed us. My next one is entitled The Misconception. And this is how women have misconceptions about us men and mess everything up through their misconceptions. Here we go. She thought she was irreplaceable. She couldn't cook, she couldn't clean. Her hair was thinning out and she had the nerve to be mean. Always looking at other men, she thought she wasn't seen. I never said anything, yet kept my awareness keen. In her lies, she would get caught up. I'd just smile and chill. She said it was all about her, forget what I think or feel. My house started to get junked up and she hadn't moved in yet. I would gather her things together and leave them where we met. Every day when she left work, her plan was to bring them back. She couldn't take a thing serious. The bitch was a complete whack. She couldn't listen to a thing I said. Her goal was not to know me. To lay with her was to lay with a corpse, and she never asked, could you show me? She said one thing and meant another. Big time goof she was. I would use her to make my money. A big time mule she was. She would play around with guys at work. Girl, you have your fun. I'm with her to stack my money, and when I'm through, I'm done. Break up to make up. That's all dumb bitches know. You can always come back to goofies. With real men, no, no, no. You can be in every guy's face. Just make them shop with me. I don't care who calls your phone, just let me get that fee. I'm so tired of this bullshit, just take 6 bills and go. I know you're a sellout, bitch. The money will tempt you so. She thought she was irreplaceable. Yes, Stack, she helped me build. I spent it all on a real woman. She lost her playing field. The misconception, everyone. Okay. It speaks for itself, so we really don't have to elaborate much on that. My next poem is entitled The Bomb. She thought she had the bomb. Her stuff was just that tight. She didn't know that too many partners would change this overnight. Women have a different organ. It doesn't seem to last like men. If you keep on passing up true love, you're going to be alone in the end. She thought her stuff was gold. Men would always want it. But after what she had got around, nobody seemed to want it. She had a problem with whoever loved her, didn't like to be tied down. For every cute male face, availability would be found. A heartbreaker she'd become, for her no turning back. Soon no one would love her, elasticity she would lack. She would wonder over and over why no one she could keep. In younger years she would break her heart, now her starting to weep. What she used to give up quick, now she would make them wait. When they finally did get it, no more did they want to date. She remembered all men loved her. No one would love her again. She had all her chances in life. How she hurt so many men. A woman has few chances. When they find it, better stay. It truly is a man's world. A wise woman wouldn't play. You understand? And it's the truth. Keep playing your little games, breaking hearts, trying to hurt men and trick men and turn men against each other. This shit gonna come back and bite your stupid ass right in the fucking ass. And you'll never be shit, you dirty skank tramp slut bitch. Real talk. My next poem is entitled Missing Out. And this poem is to lesbian women, or women who think that they can do better with a woman than with a man. Well, I've got some important information to share with you if you feel that you can do better with a woman than with a man. And this poem is entitled Missing Out. She got hurt too many times, so she chose to be a dyke. She heard a woman can treat her better. They'll do all the things you like. She just was tired of men. All they knew how to do was hurt. All they thought about was sex and a way to do your dirt. She just wanted to have a friend, someone she could really trust. Men didn't understand friendship. All they wanted was something to bust. She would find her a woman who liked a woman, someone she could call her own. It was time for her to wear the pants, time to try out something unknown. All the men she had were no good in bed. She always preferred them licking. They were always too selfish to let her teach she could live without the sticking. She would find her a girl quite young and be that mother figure. She would dine her and treat her right. The right girl couldn't help but dig her. She would mold a girl for several months. The two of them were close, but what they shared just wasn't enough. There was something she missed the most. She would find her girl to be a runaway, for hours missing some days. The man next door says she comes to him, over his house she stays. What she learned would break her heart. Men she could be without, but when it came to having a female friend, they felt they were missing out. You understand? So while you thinking you finna make this bitch your woman and you a bitch, that bitch looking for some dick just like you. So keep on playing games and thinking you can cheat life and play games with the reality of how things really go. Eventually, you're gonna have to walk the straight path and come back to where you belong. You understand me? Or you're gonna continue to be playing yourself and getting played. All right. My next poem is entitled The Scandalous Chick. And this basically speaks for itself. We've all had encounters with these scandalous chicks, these heartless bitches. I mean, we've all had encounters with them. Well, I'm finna give you a little example of one right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the scandalous chick. She was a scandalous chick. She thought beauty could get her way. In her sight, she was the smartest. With men, she'd like to play. Already involved with a man, she just had to have a fling. Player was part of her nature. She would not need a ring. She would be with the same man daily, then at night in another's face, neglecting the fact it's hard to find a man in the first place. Her man loved her to death, yet she made it a constant chase. Went him down to other options. Her love was an odd case. He'd take her out to dinner, flowers and romantic stuff. Afterwards, she'd hit the bar. One man just wasn't enough. He'd sleep the sleep of restlessness while she's somewhere being dogged. She'd shower up and come back to him, making sure his free time's hogged. In his sight, she would be his lady, till the fling just another whore. Her man couldn't go out like this. He couldn't take no more. The respect he had to give, a woman like her did not deserve. To cheat on a man so good to her, the woman had some nerve. To bring leftovers home to him, the feeling just wasn't there. He would picture the reckless sex. She was beat up without care. Better women were available. Her man would say goodbye. The fling would remain the same. To get closer, no comply. She thought she could outsmart men, but things would change so quick. I wonder, does she love her life? The life of a scandalous chick. So it speaks for itself, basically. So the next one I'm going to break down is my conclusion and how I'm going to end this thing. And I'm going to tell it just the way I tell it. And the name of this poem is called If I Would Have Stayed With You. And this is to all you dirty, scandalous bitches that they came in my life and all my homies' lives and they tried to play us. This is what we got to say to you. And the title of this poem is If I Would Have Stayed With You. If I would have stayed with you, my whole life would have been through. Never getting anywhere, stuck in a box with you. All my dreams would have crashed. I'd been living in a ditch. Seen this future coming my way, a future I had to switch. So quick to say what I cannot do with every idea I had. But when it was based on depending on you, with that idea you're glad. You couldn't let a man be a man. You wanted me to be your bitch. To control me was in your eyes, forcing me to make a switch. Whenever I headed towards success, the frown was on your face. To conjure up an obstacles, to try to stop my successful pace. So jealous of the things I do, neglecting I'm with you. You hated the fact that I could think, and I always knew what to do. Everyone who was against me, I could hear you take their side. So quick to take their point of view, it was where your heart abide. You can chase me 1,000 times, you'll never catch back up. You're looking at the big dog, not some slowly moving pup. The things I want from life, I could never gain with you. I'd be stuck in the same spot if I would have stayed with you. Bitch, you scandalous nothing-ass whore. But it's hope for you. You can change. You just might not find a man as good as me to change with. But you get what the fuck you deserve. Cossimoses the First, the living pharaoh. I speak these poems from the heart. And I do it for my brothers and sisters that need help in this world, who want to raise themselves to the next level of consciousness and not stay the savage that this fucking world likes to turn us into. You understand me? Let us awake and rise, become better than what we is. Cossimoses the First, the living pharaoh, that which you shall be, that what we all are, gods and goddesses. We are beyond this flesh. Let us awaken. With that thought, I leave as I came in the signs of peace and love. Cossimoses the First.